So now my eyebrows and lips have healed, I'm going to go on to start dealing with these. I thought it'd be nice to show you we've got a new product in. So when I smile, I've got these lines here under my eyes. So I just want you to see them. And yes, some of you might be saying, oh, you can go in with a bit of Botox. You know, I could Botox this if I wanted, but I don't want to. So I'm going to try our new product, which is called Derma Bio. And you're going to see the results in a little bit. I'm not going to film me doing the treatment, but I will come back on after I've done the treatment and when it's healed. So we're going to be doing a few different sessions of, I'll show you how I get rid of this little cyst that I have that comes up here, and how I use skin rejuvenation, skin needling on my face. But this new products that we're using, the Derma 2 range, are really good products. We've launched them. Well, I'll also be showing you some videos of the under eye bags where we can drain any bags and bulges. So yeah, stay tuned for some more videos that are coming. But next up is these pesky little things here, all these little lines I've got coming up under my eyes. So it's the next morning. I completed the eye treatment. I didn't film that part of it. I was going to film straight after, but I completely forgot. But this is the next morning of me waking up. So I didn't just do under my eyes, I've done my whole face as well. So when I was saying to you about the eyes, if I really smile, let's start here. This is this side. And that side. So if you can see here, the wrinkles have gone down a little bit. It's not as bad when I smile as it was. Obviously, you need 2 to 3, sometimes 2 to 4, but I'll do 2 to start off with. But this is my first trial of doing it. Smile again. I even noticed it took some of these lines out here. So this is just the day after. The lines are not as bad. I can feel it like, I know it's a little bit of swelling underneath here, but we'll see how it goes over the next few days. So if I just smile normal instead of like this, you can kind of see what it looks like. Let's bring it in a bit. Hopefully this is going to help you. I thought it'd be good to start filming some of these so you can actually see the step-by-step of it all. But even if you look from a distance and I smile, it looks better than it did. But I've done my forehead as well. There is another product called Lift, which acts like Botox. You can see where I've skin needled the product in, I'm still white around here. So you can still see the redness from where I skin needled the product last night. But in all, my skin does look fresher, does look brighter. But we'll see over the next few days and weeks what will happen. So you can either have another session at 2 weeks, you can have it between 7 to 10 days, and you'd have 2 to 6 treatments. I would say you'd definitely see a difference after the first. Like I can already see a difference. But in 7 to 10 days, I'm going to do another treatment and then compare it to the first video. But yeah, so far so good. Although it's a little bit swollen under my eye. Hi everyone, so this is 6 days later. It'll be 1 week tomorrow from when I've done the skin needling. So it was a Tuesday and it's a Monday today. So as you can see, my under eyes do look a little bit better, to be fair. But as we said, it takes 2 to 4 treatments. I'm going to do the second one. It's 7 to 10 days in between treatments. So I'm going to do the next one either Wednesday, maybe Thursday or Friday. But this is where I'm at. So if I smile, you get to see the lines under my eyes a little bit more. Yeah, I do think there's a bit of an improvement. The other video that I did was literally the next day. So you could see all the swelling like under my eyes where it was a bit swollen. That seems to, if I just look normal, the swelling seems to have gone down. It's definitely not as puffy as it was. So we'll see what the next treatment brings. And I do feel it has made it, hydrated it a little bit more, which is what the Bio does. And Bio is one of the only Derma range that you can use right under the eye. They do have the Derma eye, which is for when people got protruding bags. So then you'll inject that under the eye. which drains the eye bags themselves. And then once the eye bag's drained, you may get some wrinkling, but then you'd go in with Bio, what I've used under here for my lines. So I'm going to give it another treatment. Let's say not 7 days, so I might do it 8 days, which will be Thursday. And then I'll pop back on and do another video. Hopefully these are helping you a little bit, but I don't want to really smile because I look like a div, but that's my under eyes now. And this is it normal. So yeah, I'll pop back on once I've done the second treatment, and I won't show you the straight after because you've seen what that looks like with the swelling, and then I'll just come back on a week after I've done the treatment. I'll put this split screen together so you could see before and the results after one session 1 week later. It's now Thursday evening. I've just done my second treatment of Derma Bio. So it's 9 days since I've done the first treatment. I'm going to add this to the other videos, and I didn't film straight after when I've done the first one. So this is what I look like. I know I look very, very red. You can see here the little white outline. So when you have this treatment, you will be bright red. Well, not bright red, but pinky. So you can see where I've done the treatment. Obviously, we don't do above the eyelid. We've got a new treatment coming for that. Well, the product's arrived. We're just going to test some of that out. What I did do, that little sebaceous cyst I was telling you about, I went over it while I was microneedling my face. So we'll see what happens to that. But usually I get that with plasma. So yeah, this is how red I look straight after the treatment. And I'll pop back on, not tomorrow because you know it gets swollen the next day, like you saw on the first treatment that I did. So we know we're going to get a bit of swelling. You'll be lucky if you don't. Some people don't swell. I do. So two days, I think it was 2 or 3 days for the swelling. And so I'll give it, what are we on now? Did I say Thursday? So maybe Sunday, I'll come back on and do another video, Sunday evening. That way it gives us Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days of healing so you can see what it looks like. But let's do a close-up of me just looking normal. I think the trouble is people change how they start looking at a camera. So if I just keep normal and then really smile. So can you see already them lines I was saying about here, straight after, you're a little bit swollen, you're a little bit, it's the trauma from it's 16 needles I use with my skin needling that's going into the skin. So you can see, that's what the eye looks like at the minute. You can see here it starts bunching up. This is what the product starts to do. But if you look at my eyes, that bunching is the product. But my under eyes, you can see the wrinkles. So I'll come back on Sunday so you can all see what the result looks like after the second treatment. And then I'll give it another week after that, because that'll only be 3 days after the second treatment. I'm losing count. Then I'll give it a week and I'll come back on so you can see me a week after 2 treatments. Today's Sunday, so it's 3 days after I'd done the second treatment. And as you saw, straight after I was red, a little bit swollen, but this is how I look now. Just bring it in a little bit. So this is me normally. And as well, I can see that my freckles have faded quite a bit. I do think there is still a hydration difference. You can see I've just been in the shower, so got some moisturiser over the top of my skin. But if I look straight at the camera, you can see I do look more hydrated. I think I look more hydrated anyway. So, yeah, it's definitely working. There's definitely a difference. And that's why on the videos in between, I'm doing a split screen so you can see before and after. So after this video, I'll do a split screen of right at the very beginning and then now, how it looks like. So let's go in again, have a look. So this is me normal. Might be better if I look at the camera. And then this is me smiling. Again, you can see there's not as many crow's feet. And the skin definitely looks less crepey, to be fair. I think I'm still a little bit swollen under here. So like I say, it's only 3 days after I've done the treatment, and you can have a little bit of swelling for a few days. But all in all, my skin does feel a lot more hydrated. And don't forget that little sebaceous cyst that I got. Don't know if you can see it there. It's scabbed over. I decided to go over it while I was micro-needling. The scab's just come off. So that's why it's a little bit red. Like I say, usually I plasma that. But it's gone red, and it does feel a lot smoother than what it did, because it felt lumpy. Like sebaceous cysts do look like little blisters. But all in all, I think my skin looks pretty good, to be fair. So I've had the second treatment. I'll see how I feel. I might now start doing it like once a month or something like that. But altogether, I think I can see the difference. It's Thursday today, so it's 1 week after my second treatment of Derma 2 Bio, which I've done under my eye and all over my face. My eyes are definitely a lot more hydrated. My skin's more hydrated. My freckles have softened a lot more. My lips are looking good after them being tattooed. I'm really pleased with it. I'm surprised at how much more hydrated it has made my skin, but I am very happy. And that little sebaceous cyst scabbed over a little bit, but it's almost gone. So I'm going to do videos of each of this range for the Derma 2 range. So we've got the Derma wire. I had a client in earlier who's just modelled for that. So I've took pictures and videos which will go up. But overall, 2 sessions. They do say 2 to 4 sessions. So I'm still going to carry on and do a 3rd and a 4th session. And we do those 7 to 10 days apart. And then the maintenance is once every 6 months. So you get all that hydration in the first 4 weeks, or 7 to 10 days. But if this is just 2 in, I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's going to look like once I do another 2. So for me, it gets a thumbs up. I'm sick of seeing these before and afters and not actually showing the process of the treatments. So I'm going to do a few more videos showing the process. So hopefully you can understand the treatments a little bit better.